Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is bringing back Basic Gray. Basic Gray only does fabric now. They used to do paper like more than a decade ago. Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube came up with this idea for us to do a collaboration, and we get out our Basic Gray papers and we play. And it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to smash them. We might not even dent our stash because, you know, we can't replace it, but we're going to play with things. We're going to have fun. Sometimes I make journals. Sometimes I make cards. I noticed I have a bunch of 6x6 pads stashed down here. Look at this. So at some point I may get back to, ooh, we might need some of this. I may get back to smashing a whole pad. Oh, this is thinner. Okay, maybe some of them have been pillaged pretty severely. But there is quite a bit in my stash still. And I have another bin that has some in it too. Not quite as full. When I was at the craft fair, one of my fairly regular buyers was looking for miss you cards for her preteen granddaughter who likes bright things. Now, I have this miss you die that I just love. It's super easy to work with. It cuts nice. And when I made miss you cards, they didn't really sell. And I think they didn't sell because I never really thought about the audience. I did probably like older, more blue floral, and that's not what you're going to send to your preteen granddaughter probably. So something for me to keep in mind. You might want to send them to younger people, you know, your grandkids or your grandsons, and so maybe they should have trains on them. I thought I would make one for Basic Gray today because I found the die. I hadn't used it in a long time. It was in my, it doesn't get used that much section. Not my carry it around with me. Just gonna pop this out. Now you might be wondering, why did she just cut that out of the middle? That was really weird. And does she know if it's straight? Doesn't matter because we're gonna go like this. These papers they're sort of ephemera, and I did like the good times. I thought about keeping it, but kind of like that ruffle edge, and it's pink. Then I'm gonna go over the top like this. Then we can put, I mean, this is like ridiculously simple, right? Look at that. Then I think because it's a granddaughter card, we're gonna find some bling too. Let's look for some jewels or something. We've got some basic. Let's see, do we have any pink? Oh, I've got some puffy stickers. They're birds. Oh, but what about a cute little pink bird? Did you know I would have pink birds? No. We could put it right on top of the miss you, and it's the same color as the strawberries. Okay, that's pretty cute. I like that. Maybe we'll put some jewels down the side. Will they mail okay? Yeah, they should mail just fine. I haven't used jewels in forever. You can think about this in terms of you only have this much paper in your stash, or maybe you had a leftover from Eliza Jane. Maybe you had a leftover from something and you wanted to play with it. This gives you an idea of how you can really make your paper go a long way. This edge right here is pretty cute, so we'll try and keep that and save it for something else. Maybe we'll go over a little more. Take off about yay. Wait a minute, this is for a granddaughter. Let's make it a little more fun. I'm going to use this polka dotty one because it works really well. And some of the lacy ones don't work as well. So I was going to cut a section. What this will do is it will just take dots out so the color shows through. Okay, if you don't have any border punches, don't get obsessed and buy them all. Some work better than others. You line them up, hopefully well. Then you keep punching. That wasn't good. I actually didn't follow the instructions at all, but we'll make it work. Something's weird about my dots. Okay, and I think that will get the edge of it. Okay, we'll just pretend it's supposed to be that way. Has more punches than the actual picture. Okay, so it has dots there. It's just fun. If I was making a card for an older person, I might, you know, keep it a little more calm. Like my style is more calm. But if you're making a card for a younger person, I don't think you can have too much wild. Okay, there. Then we have the miss you. I don't know how she feels about strawberries. Also, why are they pink? But whatever. Then if I put it right here, I have 2 birds. I don't have 3. but the one that has the little green, it's a little bigger. So let's glue this onto the ephemera piece and then put the ephemera on the card. I always like to do it that way so that if I mess up on the ephemera, I haven't wasted so much. This video comes out oh my gosh, that was a lot of glue. This video comes out Tuesday. This is Sunday, late morning. I have done a million things, weird things too. Like I went outside and trimmed a bush, but then I got tired and the green bin got kind of full. And then that, creature in the corner that tells me the schedule and timers and all that, she said it wasn't going to rain until 11. She lies. So when I was out there working on that bush, it was drizzling on my head. And then Mr. Crafting and Relaxing decided to unplug the kitchen gutter, which made me very happy. So we did that really quick and then got tucked inside. Still no significant rain, but it was not fun to have it raining on my head while I was out there. Probably should do some laundry, but that just doesn't sound fun. Edited a couple videos. Got my breakfast ready for the next couple days. Okay, we got a puffy sticker. I do think we could use some enamel dots or something. Or maybe just some of these clear. Let's use some of these. I don't even think I've ever used any of these. And my guess is if they sit around too long, they get yellow. Use tweezers if you know where they are. You might not be able to see these on camera. They're just clear. And they're sort of fun with the dots that I put up here. Now, I don't want it to look like the bird is pooping, so I want to be careful about that. The bird didn't seem like he was sticking very well. Yeah, oh no. So when it's super warm and your glue bottle isn't very full, it starts to get low. It'll fountain on you sometimes. So don't let it upset you. Just keep tissue handy. I'm just touching some glue under there with my ruler. Now I'm going to set it down. And I'm going to try not to push too hard because that sticker's not going to absorb it, right? It's vinyl or whatever puffy stickers are. So then I'm going to put my pin back in. What I need to do is fill my glue bottle and turn down the heat because it's probably about 70 in here. It was chilly this morning, let me tell you. I think that's good. Do we want this a little crooked because the Missy is a little crooked and that would be fun? Yes. For a preteen girl, absolutely. And for me. So you can see how the card got interesting without a lot of, layers or anything. Easy to mail. Grandma can put a gift card in there if she wants. And I don't think she'll have any problems, even with that puffy sticker. I think she'll be okay. It might be fun with a color behind there, too. I think we should at least get the Eliza hair out of there. Maybe it's not. Oh, it is. It's just really staticky. You're okay, Zeusy. It might not even be Eliza hair. It's very wispy. Like it might just be paper hairs. Okay, I think that's my card. I think that's it in a nutshell. If you like the concept, but you don't have some of these gadgets or you don't have the pre-ruffled, you could also tear these edges. If I was going to do it for a preteen girl, I would tear them and then ink them pink. And if you don't have a pink ink pad, scrounge around your house and find a pink marker, like a pink Sharpie or a pink Crayola or whatever, and you could just kind of mark the edges pink. Never underestimate the things that are in your house for other projects or for other family members. Like if you are a new crafter, yeah, there is stuff in your house that you can use. Now, for this whole part that doesn't have any glue, I'm just going to put a bit of an X across it so it's not so floppy, because that embellishment wouldn't have anything to stick to because I never put any glue right there. Now, I have a glue on my finger. like actual wet glue, so I have to be super careful on the right side. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, cute. Now, I pulled out a sticker, didn't I? Here we go. It's not exactly the same pink, but it is pink with a touch of weird green on it. So I'm going to use it. Now, the trick to these loopy ones, this is a oldie but goodie trick, is push them down on the sticker backing. Don't let them come out with you, because then you'll be fighting them and they'll be sticking to you and you'll have to pick them out one by one, especially now that they're older. There. Now I'm going to make sure, okay, I got one here. They didn't release, you know, they're sticky. Okay, so I'm going to get those out of our way. Then I'm going to take this card. I'm going to lay it down in here. I'm going to try not to lift it up all the way, but it might. Yeah, it's barely long enough, so I'm going to have to. I like it when they're new, so, you know, you still have like 6 inches that lays down. Okay, this end might be a little more damaged or have like lint and stuff in it, so I'm going to go from this side. I'm going to put it off a tiny bit so I can trim it. Go like that. There we go. Now this, I can see, you probably can't, but there's something weird about that adhesive. It like got tangled up behind there. It's showing through the middle. So I'm just gonna fix it and stick it. Now we're gonna cut off the edges. We may need to tack this down. Some of these older stickers, you just never know. So let's go ahead, and before I trim this and can't get a hold of it, and my glue's fountaining again, that's not ideal. If you have way too much glue, touch it and take off part of that big dot. There you go. Put that in your pocket. If you don't wear a hoodie while you craft, I don't know, the pocket trick might not work as well for you, but I almost always have Kleenex in that pocket and glue. So girly. Aren't you wondering? Nope, not taken over by aliens, just trying to reach a different audience. Okay, that is a great card for our grandma to send to a cute little one. If I find any pink enamel dots, I might put them on the green part or put them with the clear. I know I'm pretty light on enamel dots because I'm kind of over them, but I don't see any. So that's weird to me. Okay, maybe I just thought I don't need pink ones. I like these silver ones, but I need something in a better shape. Okay, I think I'm leaving it. I think that's it, and I'm done. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. Don't forget to check out Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube and Stampin' Cat on Instagram. The links are in the description, and I'm sure they both made great stuff for bringing back Basic Gray this month. Come back and see us again next month on the 18th. Bye-bye.